Before the World Cup started, Sportsbooks gave the USA a 1.6% chance of winning the entire tournament. After one game, that number more than doubled. Nobody's talking about why, so let's actually look at the data. Everyone's reaction to USA-Paraguay was, wow, great win. That's the eye test. I want to show you the three numbers underneath that win, the host nation history, what actually changed in the betting markets, and what Pochettino's roster decisions tell us, because together they make a case that sounds crazy until you see the receipts. Here's the stat nobody brings up. Going back to 1930, hosts have outperformed their own nation's all-time World Cup scoring pace in 16 of 22 tournaments. That's a 73% rate. This isn't home crowd vibes. It's a measurable pattern across nearly a century, and specifically in opening matches. Hosts are 16 wins, 6 draws, and exactly one loss across the entire history of the tournament. One loss, ever Qatar in 2022. Now, USA isn't a Brazil or a France. They're a mid-tier host historically. But look at the comparable tier. South Korea 2002 made the semifinals. Russia 2018 made the quarterfinals as the lowest-ranked host in modern history. The floor for a team in USA's tier is the round of 16. The ceiling is a lot higher than people assume. Now let's look at the game itself, because the underlying numbers are even better than the scoreline. USA had 59% possession, skinned shots to Paraguay's 9, and went into halftime up 3-0. The first time that's ever happened for this program at a World Cup. Balogun's 2 goals weren't gifts. He's making intelligent runs in behind. And Pulisic is the one creating the space for him. That combination is the engine of this team. Here's the part that should scare other teams. 5 players made their World Cup debut in that match. Balogun, Freeman, Tillman, and Fries in goal among them, plus a 5th debutant in the starting Imtowns. This roster isn't just talented, it's largely untested at this level, which means there's still room to grow as the tournament goes on. People forget this team is coached by someone who's managed Tottenham, PSG, and Chelsea. Pochettino made one lineup change from the send-off match against Germany, bringing back Chris Richards at centre-back. And it paid off immediately. This is a coach who's used to making high-stakes tactical calls, and now he's making them with home field advantage and a roster that's clearly bought in. Tactically, the back line held a dangerous Paraguay side to just 1 goal. And that came from a moment of individual brilliance, not a structural breakdown. This is the number that should be the headline. Before the tournament, USA was a +500 long shot to win it all. After one match, that shortened to +3,500. On prediction markets like Kalshi, their implied title probability went from 1.6% to 3.7%, more than double, off a single result. Inside the group, USA is now a heavy 230 favorite to top Group D, which works out to about a 65% implied chance. For their next match against Australia, they're 165 favorites, about 62%. The market isn't hyping this team. It's recalculating based on actual evidence. Now, let's be honest about the ceiling here, because a video that only hypes things up isn't useful to you. The USMNT has only gotten past the round of 16. Once in the modern era, and that was back in 2002. One win over Paraguay doesn't erase that. History! They still have to get through Australia, and a tough European playoff team, then survive a knockout bracket that gets harder fast. The data says the house is leaning their way. It doesn't say they've already won anything. Here's what to watch for. USA plays Australia in Seattle on June 19th, then closes the group against Turkey back in LA. Win both, or even draw one, and they likely top the group, which matters enormously for who they avoid in the round of 32. If you want to know exactly how good this team really is, watch how they handle Australia's physicality. That match will tell us more than the Paraguay scoreline did. If the USMNT backs this up against Australia, I'll have the next breakdown ready the day after the match. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and drop a comment. Do you think this team makes the quarterfinals, or is this still just a good opening night? Let's see who's right.